After you've suffered serious brain or other bodily injuries from an accident, who do you call? The obvious answer is an attorney who you can trust to act in your best interest to secure insurance payouts so you can pay for your medical and recovery bills. But what happens when this supposedly good person turns out to be a rogue actor plundering your insurance payouts for their own greedy desires? Meet Lori E. Deveny, a 57-year-old attorney based in Portland, Oregon who received a 8-year prison sentence in order to pay $4.5 million in restitution to her victims. Let me tell you how she got here. According to a June 2022 Justice Department press release, between April 2011 and May 2019, Lori used manipulation and deceit to systematically defraud at least 135 clients out of more than $3.8 million in insurance proceeds she held in trust on their behalf. To accomplish her scheme, Lori stole her clients' identities, forged insurance checks made payable to them, deposited client funds into her personal bank accounts, and continually lulled clients into a false sense of hope that they would receive compensation for their injuries. Many of Lori's victims were particularly vulnerable to her criminal behavior after sustaining serious brain and bodily injuries and never received the insurance payouts they were owed. The Oregon State Bar Client Security Fund, Wells Fargo Bank, and the IRS also suffered losses as a result of Lori's scheme. The CSF made partial restitution payments to some of Lori's clients, resulting in a loss of more than $1.2 million. This is one of the largest losses in the Oregon State Bar's history and resulted in the organization raising dues for all members for 2 years to cover the cost of the payments. Wells Fargo Bank lost more than $52,000 because Lori stole and forged a check, and the IRS sustained a tax loss of more than $621,000 when Lori failed to report the money she stole from her clients on her personal income tax returns. You may be wondering, how does she owe the IRS if her income was from stolen money? The answer is simple. Illegal income is also subject to tax, and once made aware of the income the IRS would like to collect on her now past due tax bill. All told, Lori's crimes resulted in total losses to all victims of more than $4.5 million. What did Lori do with all this money? If you're thinking philanthropic efforts, then you'll be wrong. Try a life of excess and luxury instead. Some of her big-ticket expenses include more than $150,000 on foreign and domestic airline tickets, more than $173,000 on African safari and big game hunting trips, $35,000 on taxidermy expenses, $125,000 on home renovations, $195,000 in mortgage payments, more than $220,000 in cigars and related expenses, $58,000 on pet boarding and veterinary costs, $41,000 on recreational vehicle expenses, $50,000 for a Cadillac luxury vehicle, and $60,000 on stays at a luxury nudist resort in Palm Springs, California. On June 27, 2022, she pleaded guilty in federal court to 1 count each of mail, wire, and bank fraud, money laundering, and filing a false tax return, and 2 counts of aggravated identity theft. Lori also pleaded guilty in Oregon State Court, and in February 2023 she was sentenced to 14 years. Both her 8-year federal sentence and 14-year state sentences will run concurrently, meaning she will serve both sentences at the same time. Be careful with who you trust with your money. Thanks for watching, see you on the next one.